For my research study, I looked at comparing social media posts made by logistics companies that are trying to recruit potential employees. So, the United Parcel Service, UPS, and Federal Express, FedEx, are both experiencing worker shortages because of COVID-19, along with most companies in the world. So, they're kind of trying to use social media to recruit employees. Um, so with my study, I did a comparison of content analysis to compare which posts were similar, what parts of the post were similar, intended for luring in potential employees. I also looked at the frequency that both the companies posted about recruitment of employees, and I compared the quality of the interactions within the post from people kind of passing by and visiting. Um, I did this on both FedEx or on Facebook and Twitter just to make sure I kind of looked at two different social media facets. So, with the literature review, I looked at two different ways of recruiting employees first. So, there would be a traditional old age method, which would be direct mail, networking, campus recruiting, etc., for employees. It's very direct and conventional, so that's what makes it so effective. But it's also not reaching a huge audience, depending on what they're going for or who they're going for. Whereas innovative methods are reaching larger audiences, and this would be more of social media, social recruiting, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, stuff like that. And obviously, as it says, social recruiting is effective. It's shown that 92% of employers said they use social networks to find talent. So obviously, these kind of innovative new age methods are the way to go. And then I looked at employee treatment. UPS is an industry leader, um, company, or kind of worldwide leader actually, because they're unionized. They're known for being unionized. They have high driver wages, and they offer employees stock ownership compensation plans. FedEx does not generally offer this. I know they do for their air side of things, um, and they don't really do as much. And if they do, they don't really kind of offer it out there as much. So the method that I did used to with my research was the comparative content analysis. And I did kind of a deep dive into both Facebook and Twitter for each of the companies. Um, with that being said, both companies had general subjects that they liked to stick to, and they had their hashtags, and there's various aspects. So UPS liked to post pictures and infographics, which is quicker and easier for potential employees to read and kind of get the message across. Um, and it's more vocal on what they have to offer. Whereas FedEx posts videos, which take longer to understand and get to the point of. Um, and I mean, it's just harder and to recruit employees that way. However, FedEx did have more followers, which means a larger potential audience. But as you'll see, they don't post as much as UPS on recruiting. So that was another thing to look into. Um, when it came to this, UPS, their kind of niche post or what they like to post about a lot that wasn't concerning recruiting was community impact posts or viral stories. As you can see, that was a large part of what they do. And when it came to FedEx, theirs was sports posts, which was also a large part of what they do. Um, when it came to social media followers, like I said, FedEx had way more than UPS. But as you can see with the recruitment post frequency, UPS posts more about potential jobs and potential careers. Um, so after looking at that, the findings weren't really concrete. So UPS again tends to post pictures and infographics, which is again much easier to read, quicker to understand. FedEx doesn't do that. They post videos and it's a little more vague. UPS also tends to post more on careers than FedEx does. And then obviously UPS kind of tries to show benefits and ask rhetorical questions. And FedEx tends to contrast with skills that potential employees could gain, which is a good thing. Um, and as you can see here, they both keep it simple, linked opportunities, hashtags, employee testimonials, and they differ on the rhetorical questions, pictures, and benefits from UPS and FedEx with employee testimonials, shows skills to gain, videos. Then when it came to reactions, UPS didn't average as much, and that could be due to the fact they don't have as many followers. And it could also be due to service, but FedEx had more. And generally, the reactions weren't very effective in kind of trying to prove a point because a lot of it was just customers um, kind of getting on and complaining or making complaints about packages not being delivered on time, being charged unnecessarily for stuff. So that was a big thing. In future research, I would like to look at why exactly FedEx has more followers than UPS. I thought that was very interesting. Um, and then I would also like to see um, which one of the social media facets is better for recruiting employees. I think Facebook, from what I saw, was better, but I'd also like kind of get more concrete evidence on that. And then I would like to look at other social media facets, LinkedIn, Instagram, kind of things like that, see what those actually do. Overall, after the research, I would say UPS does a much better job for a few reasons, but it's also not super concrete evidence. Um, but again, just looking at what I saw and what I've shown, I would say UPS does a much better job with their social media recruitment. Thank you.